What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and I'm back in the building. And this time I'm back with a recap of Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 3, and this is part 2 of the reunion. Let's get started. Anyways, it pretty much picks up where they left off last time, with Karen crying and Giselle trying to comfort her. I was happy that Giselle tried to comfort her, during this time, but Giselle is a fake ass bitch. She'll comfort her behind closed doors in the back, and then she'll be back next season showing her ass even more. I really, at this point, even though Giselle was warm to Karen and, telling her to be strong and this, that, and the third, I just feel like the friendships on here, I want you guys to really pay attention to this show in particular. The friendships on here are fake. It's just beginning to look like they're only friends for the show. But let's get started with some more of this. Andy. Do we need a fourth gaslighter on this show? I am sick of all the motherfucking gaslighting on this show. Andy says about Karen and her crying, well, it looks like she should just say that she has a lot going on in her personal life. Didn't she say that? She said that all throughout the season. She's going through stuff with Ray's business, his tax issue, her mother and father passing and being sick. That is a lot to deal with. And like I said before, these bitches on here don't know how to be anybody's friend. I.e. Robin, i.e. Ashley, i.e. Giselle. And Candace said something really amazing. She said, you know what, Karen and I, we share the same sensitivity. It's about meeting your friends where they are. That sounds like somebody that knows how to be somebody's friend. The dumb cheerleader actually knows how to be somebody's friend. And Candace, you are delusional in some other places, in your life. But I will give you that. You have empathy for people. Monique, you have empathy for people. Because Monique said, oh, well, I feel like, you guys, and she was talking about Robin and Giselle, you guys have this expectation she's going to be shady and secretive. So, you already go in. You think that Karen doesn't feel that, when you come in and act like that. And Robin, well, I be wanting to be there for her, but she be lying and she be doing. Robin, you are a gaslighter. That's what you are. You don't give a fuck about what Karen is going through. But you wanted everybody to have your back when you was sitting up here playing house with Juan and he out cheating, acting a damn fool, not giving you no attention. So, you bitches, you don't know how to show empathy, and I won't be shocked or surprised when some shit go down with you and nobody else gives you any empathy. But you don't need to treat people any kind of fucking way. Pick this lady apart simply off the strength of, oh, she's lying. Oh, well, if she would just tell us. Are you going to act like a motherfucking friend if she tell y'all? No, you're not. You're going to pick it apart. You're going to judge her. You're going to make fun of her. You're going to wear a damn t-shirt. Put it all on social media. I think Giselle was putting shit on social media. Y'all are not friendly women. It's a wonder anybody tells you any damn thing. If it were me, I wouldn't tell you shit. Fuck y'all. Giselle joins the group, and then so does Karen. Karen mentions to Andy, because Andy brought up, I know you just lost your parents. I know that things are hard for you. And she said, yes, I feel very much alone, but I'm not looking for any sympathy. I just really miss them a lot. And Robin said, well, you deserve it. So now she deserves it, Robin, because she broke down. And I know some of y'all gonna be like, well, at least she's giving it. I'm not with this fake ass shit. Just give people what they need when they need it and stop the bullshit. Ashley said her little few words too, saying that she needs sympathy. But I'm not buying it, because you guys will be back on that bullshit next season. Watch it, you guys. Y'all watch how they act. Okay, so they get on Giselle and Karen's friendship, and Karen mentioned that a lot of people wanted her to get rid of Giselle as a friend, and she said, she's not going to do that. They're going to work on it. I don't have a problem with them being cordial. I think the word friend is a stretch. I wouldn't be no bitch friend on this show. I would just be cordial, film the show, and keep it moving. Because at this point, I feel like Giselle is not trustworthy, if I'm honest. I mean, I know that, Karen lost her parents and she's in this state of mind of feeling hurt and feeling despair. And I understand it. But Giselle is not a friend. Just because these bitches is saying sorry right now, Karen, it does not mean they have your best intentions. So you gonna need to keep your good eye on them. Andy, you shady as hell, sitting up there talking about Giselle coming to Candace's wedding. Candace looking like, look, she ain't about to be just getting a plate of $500 worth of food and she don't want to be there and she gonna be complaining, being all negative. The bitch ain't invited, the bitch ain't invited. Stop bringing it up, Andy. So we get into this Kendall and Sherman business. Let's get off into that. Charisse joins in on this part. Charisse looks nice in her red. I love her hair. Makeup is on point. Charisse is serving it. So now we got a number 2. Karen is number 1, and then it's Charisse. I'm looking at Robin's gown actually isn't that bad. It wouldn't have been that bad if she wouldn't have had that Macaulay Culkin haircut. If she would have had like a long blonde ponytail or something. I don't know. Maybe if the hair was long or a nice bob or something, it wouldn't be that bad. But I'm not feeling it with the dress. But Robin's dress, the color, now that I'm looking at it, it is pretty. But yeah, Charisse is the number 2 best dress. And I'm shocked I'm saying that. Okay, so one of the people on Andy's papers, which I think that motherfucker writes, anyways, they say, why does Karen get a pass on the whole bringing Kendall around thing? And, Monique doesn't get that same pass. What's up with that? Giselle says that Monique planned this prior to them filming season 3. So I guess Giselle feels like Monique had this in the works for a while. But my thing is this. I know that Monique doesn't like Giselle. Even though she says she could see her being her friend, I feel like that's some bullshit. Giselle, you should be mad at the people that have really known you longer, which would be Karen and Charisse. I feel like you need to really keep it with them. But I will say this. I do believe, because Charisse does admit that, she was going to bring Kendall around to fuck with Giselle, but she just never followed through with it. What do you guys think with that? I felt like that was nasty, but it was very honest, and I could see it happening, because when they was filming the show and bringing Kendall around, and Charisse seen her the couple of times that she was out, she was just like, had this look on her face of discomfort. And I feel like if you excited about somebody coming around, you're not going to be looking the way that Charisse was. So that's what's very confusing about this. I do feel like she did have prior conversations with Monique about bringing her around. I do. But I have to go off of what I saw. Charisse did look very much uncomfortable. Because you know how you could be talking with your homegirl. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. And then you kind of think about it like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be mad. And that's what happened with Charisse. That's what she claims. I thought it was funny when Monique said, you've been trying to get Kendall on the show. She's talking to Charisse. I said, ooh, child, these two heifers, honey, they not about to be friends no more. Next season is going to be lit because these two are going to be going at it. And I love it when two bitches used to be cool and they go at it because all the mess comes out and we get to drink tea and eat our popcorn. It's going to be a hell of a season 4. So, Monique says that Charisse said at Giselle's birthday party, do y'all remember when they had a little party for Giselle? I guess that's when Charisse had said, we need to start bringing Kendall around. And Sharice says, liar, in the words of Robin, honey. And Robin ain't nothing but a fucking liar, so who cares if she came up with that. But what do y'all think of that? It's some dirty ass shit, because we got Sharice and Monique that's supposed to be thick as thieves, honey. And now they're turning against each other. It's just crazy all over this Giselle situation. So Andy brings up the fact to Giselle that, doesn't it bother you that Sharice was trying to get her on those 2 seasons? You know, what is up with that? And I guess Kendall tested twice for the show and she was boring. And then this season, they figured they used the whole Sherman storyline to get Kendall, you know, involved in that situation. And it's funny because Giselle said all of a sudden season 3 she's pulled out of some closet. Monique tells Giselle, I don't need to bring another woman on the show to ruffle your feathers. I could just get up and wake up and do that. I said, ooh, child, that was shade. Now that was a read. So Andy asked Giselle what happened with Sherman. You know, it was a People magazine article and I heard he got freaked out about it. Like, what happened with that? So Giselle said everybody forwarded the whole People magazine article to Sherman. He was all on blast. Sherman didn't like that and he pretty much shut down. And then Andy said, you know, do you feel like you kind of pressured him into the whole wanting to be remarried thing? And Giselle just said, oh, well, you know, Sherman's told me that he was looking for a ring. And I believe Monique or one of the motherfuckers, I'm thinking it was Monique. One of them said, yeah, they all say that. And I was like, oh, they are shady. These bitches are not friends. Now, I thought it was shady that Sharice said that Giselle was looking like Katie and Andy from season 1. I don't think Giselle ever came across like that. I don't know. It's something with Giselle. I think I agree with what Karen said about her. Because Karen said, I think you like things the way, you know, that it is. You like to be independent. You like not compromising. And Giselle pretty much agreed. And I see Giselle like that too. And there's nothing wrong with that, with just wanting a partner. You know, she said she'll be okay if she never gets married again. Being married, some people look at it and they romanticize it. Like, let's be honest with marriages. There's good marriages and there are bad marriages. Everybody should not be married. You got to figure out the type of person that you are and what works for you, and not be pressured by society for this high status relationship that you know you may not want to partake in all like that. So Andy asks, well, you think Sherman would ever want to get back together with you? And then Giselle said, yeah, he wants to get back together. And then Candace was like, well, girl, what you say? And then Giselle said, I think you should mind your business, Tweety Bird. No, that was funny. That was good. Giselle, you're actually getting a little bit quicker. I'm proud. Okay, so Giselle pretty much tells us that she is back in contact with Sherman. They're talking 4 or 5 times a day. They're going to counseling. They're looking to work things out. I actually talked about this on Facebook, and it got a lot of pushback. A lot of people said that they wouldn't give Sherman the time of day. I personally wouldn't date him. He ain't cute to me, honey. I need me a man over 40 that's fucking like he 20. Okay, that's what I need. I can't with Sherman. I don't know, you guys. I'm not, I want my man I need to be attracted to my man. So if Giselle is attracted to Sherman, it is what it is. You know, he's a dark-skinned, you know, chocolate man. That's how she sees him. You know, he ain't all that cute to me, but he was probably sexy in his day, and he didn't wear off a little bit, but he's still alright, you know. Just if he can attract a woman like Giselle, then Sherman got my vote, honey. Okay? big, tall, tender man. He probably got a really nice personality. And that's what I could see, somebody falling in love with. Because sometimes you get with somebody that just got this wonderful personality that just make you want to be with them. And, and that's cool. That could be a lot of people. So I'm not hating on that. I'm not mad at her for working it out. We live in this microwave society where we take love for granted. We take who we really like for granted. And I like that she is going to work on this and she isn't just going to move on. At first it was like, girl, fuck him. But since he's back and he wants to kind of talk and work things out, I feel like there's no problem with it. As long as they're both willing, there's nothing wrong with it, because if you find somebody that you really like, you really got to hold on to them. Y'all remember that song back in the day? I've been searching. Remember that song? Yes, you don't want to be searching, for this man, that man. Focus on who loves you, who likes you, who wants to make it work with you. Don't be, I don't like the world we live in. We're just next. Oh, you had a bad day. Next. Oh, next. We just move right along. And it's fine when people are full of shit. But sometimes, the heart wants what it wants and you work it out. You don't just, I didn't understand a lot of women with, nah, forget him. Nah, he should have just knew what he wanted. You guys, relationships are not perfect. They really are not. We all have different ways of processing things. So, hey. Okay, so to get on the whole Park After Dark situation with Monique, and Monique says she totally regrets saying that. Monique, I don't think you regret it. I think you forgot you said it and you don't want to be called out on it. Monique, I'm going to need you to work on that. I'm going to need you to own the shit that you say. I am starting to like you. Because I'm seeing a little bit past all the bragging and shit. You still brag, but I guess we're going to have to put up with it. But I don't think you that bad of a person. You was being shady, But yeah, don't bring the man Sherman up to Giselle no more. And y'all be done with that. Okay, so Giselle is funny. Andy, you such a fucking instigator. Andy says, oh, well, I know if the People magazine article set you guys back, I know this whole blast from the past situation, it set you guys back even more. And Giselle was like, no, because he actually knows that Monique is a horrible person. She ain't no good. And Monique was like, oh, shut up. So Monique, don't be talking about the man no more. And I hope next season, I'm kind of sick of seeing this shit with her and Giselle getting into it. I'm just kind of sick of it. I'm ready for new people to get into it. I'm just kind of sick of this. Monique, she will never like you. I do believe she's jealous now because, it's just like she always comes for Monique. Or any little thing, you want her to bow down and apologize. And yes, she was wrong. She apologized. Giselle, you refuse to even acknowledge it. You just want to keep having a fucking problem. But whatever. So they finally get to what I want to talk about, the whole Charisse and Monique situation, how they ain't cool no more, and they used to be like sisters. What happened? So Andy asks Charisse what happened with her and Monique's relationship, and Charisse says that Monique began to do things that she found to be very questionable. She denied Monique using her, though, for any connections. I do believe you were beginning to think that, Charisse. Something that was interesting, and I actually believe it. I don't believe Monique is lying. Even though I'm starting to like Charisse as well, I have to say I agree with Monique. Because Charisse, last season, you went back and forth with Karen over planning some event about how you could do it better. And I'm like this, and my shit is like this, and I really got money, and this, that, and the third. And Sharice, you do that. We saw you do it with Karen, so I know you did it with Monique. Because Monique is like, yeah, she said, you need a makeup artist? I got a better makeup artist. You need a masseuse? Yeah, I got a better masseuse. And then that motherfucking Monique was like, massage therapist. And then Sharice is just like, massage therapist, masseuse, what the fuck is the difference? Okay? And I was with Sharice on that because, bitch, you knew what the fuck. I hate when people do that. They know you proving a point. They want to be, so damn anal about every little word you say and. Okay, so Andy asks Karen, are you surprised that their friendship has dissolved? They're talking about Sharice and Monique, and Karen is just like, yes, the Monique that I knew, she is crazy about Sharice. That's her girl. That's her sister. She always goes hard for Sharice. And Sharice is like, really? Sharice, I really do feel like Monique really loves you. I really do. When that girl cried and stuff, she loves her some you. And it's just sad now that you guys are in this place. I hope that they work it out. It's going to be good, though, for next season, though. That shit going to be funny, though. I'm just saying. But I hope that they do a Cynthia and Nene and turn this shit around because it's nasty now. It's nasty. And now Sharice is, I hope she ain't going to be the fifth gaslighter over there with Giselle fucking Robin and Ashley. So Andy welcomes all the men, joining them to the reunion. Monique's husband looks really nice. He said he done lost all that weight through sex. I just hope he wasn't on top, Monique. That's all I got to say. That's a big man. And then Andy greets Ray. Ray always looks suspicious, like he done stole something to me. Oh, shady ass Andy says to Ray, well, congratulations for coming out of that tax situation. I'm like, oh my God. So Michael says that this season hasn't been easy to watch, so he hasn't really watched a lot of it, but he knows what happened. Motherfucker, you show your ass, you show your ass, and he's another one. He don't own his shit. I'm not here for him or Ashley, messy ass. Ugh. I thought it was cute when Chris said, Giselle, do you have a hue card for my penis? They get to talk about what color his dick is. I'm just like, Candace, you shouldn't have told them all of that. But I believe you guys, she's obsessed with the fact that he's white. She's obsessed with that. So she always brings up his race. Hopefully she don't bring it up no more. I believe she says she don't see color. I can't tell, bitch. You always remind us that he white. So Andy brings up the fact that Candace says that she lowered her standards to be with Chris, somebody that has been married and somebody that already has children. And Chris pretty much denied, he pretty much denied what Candace said and was just like, oh, well, I don't really think she meant that. That bitch meant that. Come on. She meant that shit. And then Candace said, oh, well, I was immature. And yeah, what the shit that you say is not right. But I will say this. Candace serves me a little Phaedra Park season 1 where she wanted everybody to have this opinion about her. And and they ended up having their damn opinions, all right. But I feel like she's gonna get better over time, Candace. She's gonna be more likable as the seasons approach. Because I think that wall she has up and that the real her is gonna come out. You know how these bitches be on here for 3-4 seasons, and the real them, it begins to really come out, and that's what's gonna happen with her. Okay, so Andy talks to White Chris, about him not being able to contact his son, and him and Candace are just saying that they hope that the mother has seen the show and she at least, hurries up and gets in contact with him so he could see his son. But at this point, Chris, you need to go onto the courts. Go to the courts. Let's stop with all this. I want to see my child. Go to the courts and, demand to see your child. Don't sit up there just blaming it on the mother. Now, if y'all had some domestic situations, then they may not let you see the child. If you was doing any abusive things in front of the child. So hopefully, you weren't doing that, but you need to do all you can to see your child. So Andy asked Monique's husband about dealing with the miscarriage, and he said, we had our first 2 children and we kind of took the third one for granted, and we were both devastated. After a while, they get into the whole alcohol and accident situation with Monique. So anyways, I guess the women on the show, they've been saying shit, and Chris didn't like that, and he feels like, they're all supposed to be her friends. Chris, no, this is not the friendship show, and I need everybody to open their fucking eyes. Ain't none of these bitches friends, okay? We see that with the whole Karen and Giselle situation, so ain't no friends on this show. I'm gonna need y'all to toughen up. But, yeah, that is sad that somebody said that Monique lost her baby because she's alcoholic. And that's what I'm saying. People take things and they gaslight and they make shit up and they speculate. That's why Karen don't want to tell everybody all her shit. And I don't blame her, because all they do is gaslight on this motherfucking show, and I ain't got time for it. And Andy talks to Monique's husband about Charisse, and he was like, you know what, Charisse was one of my favorites out the group. I thought her and Monique was really cool, but he said Monique is very loyal, and once you turn your back on her, she's done with you. I wouldn't say that, Chris. I do see her being friends with Charisse again, because they may fall out for next season, and it'll be good TV, I'm just saying. But they're going to come full circle. Something tells me that they will. So they get to Karen's segment about all this. Does she live in Great Falls? What's going on with Ray's tax issues? And, remember the girls going to deliver the fake ass pizza because they can't mind their own damn business. I mean, we get all into all of that. So it's funny that Ray was laughing, and he told Andy that he was laughing to keep from crying. Ashley had mentioned his penis was old and dried up. Ashley, how can you even say that about Ray, and you with an old ass fucker yourself, and you with a nursing home bae as well. So you need to go on, okay? So Andy is asking Ray, why did he tell Karen about the tax issue, and Ray just was like, you know what, through the years you have a lot of ups and downs, and I don't bring that home, to my woman. I don't want her worrying about nothing, and I like him. He's a stand-up man, and he's a man's man. He wants to handle things. That's fine. I do, however, believe if you're married, because marriage is a business now, it is, let's be honest, he should, let her know. But yeah, he said he likes to handle things. His damn light go out, child. And Karen said it's a sign from God, and oh my. Andy, you messy as fuck. You are messy, messy, messy. Ray lets Andy know, like, you know what, this tax situation, it involves other people. I didn't want to get off into it like that. And I was told by my accountant and attorney to not be, giving out a lot of information on it. And then that messy ass Andy is talking about, well, your woman is on the show and it was in the Washington Post. So the fuck what, Andy? Everything, I am in disagreement that everything needs to be talked about on this show. If I go on a reality show, you ain't gonna know everything. I'm letting y'all know right the fuck now. I'm not telling everybody everything. It ain't none of your motherfucking business till you start paying these motherfucking bills. Okay? Andy, you messy as hell. And Ray said, hell, however, that didn't stop y'all from exploiting the hell out of the shit. And I was so tickled by that. Andy's messy ass once again asks Ray, well, are you making payments on the bill? And how much is the bill? Messy, 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 Andy. Ray said, I won't be discussing that. And you're smart, Ray. Don't discuss shit. So we get off into the whole Great Falls thing. Does Karen live there? Why don't these bitches just mind their business? But Karen said they were not concerned. They were being nosy and they were being messy. And she's very right. So they get off into Matt Chow, how Matt been gossiping behind Karen's back. Karen seems unfazed. Charisse is concerned because he talks a lot about Karen to her. And then Candace butts in saying he does it with her. I would watch all of that. You know, he shouldn't be feeding them anything about Karen if he's working with her and getting paid at that. So Andy asks Ray, does he live in Great Falls with Karen? And Ray says, yes, he does. Michael is shaking his head. No. Michael, mind your fucking business. Michael gets off into this long speech about how Ray has accountants that help him with his tax issues. And he doesn't even get why he's even having those problems. How does Ray go from a house in Potomac to a house in Great Falls? And it doesn't make any sense. And Karen is about to get up out her seat, honey. And Candace is just like, well, let him speak, let him speak. And Michael, you are so motherfucking rude and out of order. You're sitting up there taking care of Ashley's codependent ass mother. You're giving her fucking money, okay? So you're not in a good financial situation because your money is going out the door as well, you know? And Ashley is using your ass for your money. So shut up. So Karen is just like, who the fuck is you for asking anybody about anything concerning me? You know, and then Ray was just like, Karen. And then it was just crazy. I know they both want to strangle the shit out of him. I thought it was funny when Ray said, Michael, you got business issues too. And shit, let's get off into those. Ray said, we don't owe nobody here shit, you know, and if you ask a question politely, then we will answer. But we ain't got time for all this. And that fucking Andy, he go, oh, well, I always ask politely. No, you ask shady, Andy. Andy asks Ashley why she always in Karen's business. And Ashley talking about Karen is just not forthcoming about who she is. Who gives a fuck? Michael brings up that fucking picture that Karen said he's in, and he was messing with the boy, that whole thing, and he all in his feelings about it. Michael, you know it was you. So Michael talking about it wasn't him, and he wasn't there. He got his passport. Michael, we don't give a fuck, okay? You need to move on along, sir. So they get into the whole Blue Eyes things. Y'all know Ashley accused Karen of messing with the driver Blue Eyes. Karen sent Ashley a cease and desist. That way she can't ever bring it up and go off into that. Karen actually is suing Ashley, and she says she's going to sue her and give her restaurant to Ashley's mother. I cracked the fuck up. That was a good one. But she's suing Ashley based off the shit that she said on Watch What Happens Live. Ashley, you need to watch what you say. Before Charisse leaves the stage, Andy asked her about her personal life. She says she's dating and her divorce is almost final. Okay, so we got Ashley and we got Michael. Ashley said we're pregnant. Ashley had gotten pregnant a little bit, I guess, for her birthday, and she lost the baby. She's doing some type of Chinese, I don't know, honey. Some type of shit to get pregnant. Some type of, I don't know, honey. But she, you know, her and Michael said that they are, you know, still going to try. And Michael has come around to the idea of having a child because I really didn't think he wanted to have one. So I don't know if this shit is for TV, but that's kind of weird. He didn't want one. All of a sudden he does. Whatever. Ashley says that the whole miscarriage has actually brought them closer. Things have improved with her mom. Her mom's bum-ass boyfriend finally got a job. He didn't like how he was seeing himself being Because they didn't really bring his name up, but he didn't like, the storyline with the mom and how he's the bum boyfriend that don't have a job, and they've all been spending all this time together, getting closer. So I'm happy. I'm happy that that toxic situation is now getting better. But it will be great TV if we can see all this shit play out next season. I thought it was a little interesting that Ashley's mother didn't like how she was being presented on camera. But I'm like, bitch, you just need to stop being delusional, see who you are, change it, and move on. Like, people kill me with this whole, I don't like how they're presenting me. And it's who you are. It's what you did. You were a shitty mother. You still are. If you are begging your child for money, you need to get your own job. Your man need to have a job. And, move forward. Ashley and Karen actually have a little moment. Why does it seem like this fucking reunion is taking all day? God damn. Whew. Anyways, they had their little moment about Ashley's mother, and Karen, just lost her mother. Just wants Ashley to know, hold on to your mother. I'm glad you guys work things out and you guys are developing a positive relationship. You only get one mother, and, I liked all of that. That was nice. So we see Ashley's music video. Ashley, please keep your motherfucking day job. You cannot sing at all. I like that song, Kenya, actually. I think she's one of the housewives that developed a pretty good song. Tardy for the party that Candy came up with for Kim, and Kenya's little, you say I'm mean, but I say I'm fabulous. You say I'm weird, but I say I'm fabulous. That was my shit, honey. Andy asked the ladies what did they learn this season. Monique said that she learned to dial it back and mind her business. As simple as that for her, and I agree. Let people make their own mistakes. So Andy asked Candace, and she's talking about she's happy they got a sisterhood and a fellowship. Ain't no damn sisterhood or fellowship. As you can see the look on Giselle's face saying, bitch, I don't feel that way about you. So Candace, please. Ashley says she learns to move on and forgive and be open and get to a better place with Karen. In order to do that, you need to stay your monkey ass out her business. Robin says she learned that, we're all human and we're all going to react to things differently, blah, 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 blah. She's going to go right back to being Giselle's puppy. So, girl, bye. Giselle said she learned, she's happy that she knows that hard work pays off, and to not tell anybody who she's dating because that person will find their ex and try to bring them on the show. And I thought that was very funny. That is it of the Real Housewives of Potomac. I am so glad this is over. The second part was long as hell. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It is your girl, Brand New, and I am out.